Hi there, and thanks for joining us. On today's Coincast, we are talking about hammered coins. So basically, it's hammer time. But before we dive in, let's back up a bit. Throughout history, there have been several ways to mint coinage. In the ancient days, the process of minting coins was essentially scraps of metal hammered over an anvil. The Chinese, and ultimately other forgers, primarily used a method called casting, which basically consisted of pouring hot metal into a mold. By roughly the 17th century, most countries in Europe and England began using the milled or machine-struck method. This enabled the coins to take a different shape, allowing for a finished edge, whether that be reeded or plain, or even engraved. It also cut down tremendously on the cutting or clipping of coins by thieves, which was a common occurrence with hammered coins. Coins, from an extremely skilled handmade system to a completely machine-made operation. Now that we have some background, let's get specific. For roughly 2,700 years, coins were produced using the hammered method. Let's go over that one more time. For roughly 2,700 years, or from around the first millennium BC to roughly the 17th century, coins were minted using the hammered method. Minting hammered coins was pretty straightforward. First things first, they began with the planchette, or a piece of metal cut to the proper size and weight. The planchettes were typically cast and placed in between two dies. The bottom die, or the pile, which was submerged and secured into a log, and the top die, or the trestle, which was held in place by hand. The planchette goes in between both dies and is hammered with, wait for it, a hammer. This produced an image on both sides of the coin. This method was extremely time-consuming, and in later years they modified the hammer technique by hammering sheets of metal to be cut down later. But while this may have saved the minters time, it created other issues. Coins were more susceptible to being clipped improperly, leaving them underweight and with different diameters. Hammered coins are extremely popular among collectors, and as far as grading is concerned, with a minting so rudimentary, few coins are exactly alike. That, coupled with the fact that, for example, British and French coins have so many different varieties of mint marks, it's incredible to think not just of the history illustrated on the coin, but the history of how the coin itself was actually made. We hope you enjoyed today's Coincast. See you next time!